Picture a door. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is a room that feels like a different dimension. A dimension of video games. A dimension of movies. A dimension of bullshit. You're moving into a realm of thought and idea. Into a land of two dudes making a podcast. You are in the minds of Tech and Fish. God damn it. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Well, that made a loud sound. I'm Tech.
I'm Fish, and it looks like we're doing a podcast now.
Yeah, that's a thing. Welcome to the formerly known... Actually, it was never released. We originally planned to do a C&T podcast when we rebranded the channel for Tech and Fish. And then it never happened. Why? Because,
Hey, I'm a curious fan asking a question.
Oh, what's your question, young fan?
What happened to CNT?
Dude, that's the title of the episode. What happened? And what happened was we got busy. No, that's
about it. Classes are a thing.
The classic excuse by all YouTubers on why they take hiatuses is they are busy with something. And in our case, it's college.
Yeah, we're not like other YouTubers, and we can't say, yeah, we've been working on some cool, bigger stuff. That's why we haven't been making stuff. No, we
all
just
of a sudden we have just a YouTube Red series just going. It's fucking the CNT movie, but it's broken into 15 individual episodes.
The Search for Mo.
The Search for Mo. Mo's dead too. He died a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, we held a casting day, and several participants came in, and then all of a sudden we just saw Fish. That's his actual name. It's just Fish. He doesn't have a last name, nor a middle name, nor a birth certificate. I'm pretty sure he's from Canada. But
oh man, how'd you know?
I'm an illegal alien. But yeah, basically, well, that's. Should we tell the true story, or should we actually go?
I mean.
Let's get. I'm gonna give a brief history of CNT. You ready for this? Two lonely high school boys wanted to make YouTube content, so they sat down and they made a channel called CNT. Originally, CNT was supposed to be a production channel made for short films and comedy sketches.
But you see where that went.
It never happened. So we started sitting down on a couch and played 7 hours of video games to create some lovely YouTube content, and then we did that for several years, and then Mo died. And by that I mean I went to college and left Mo behind. And then Fisher joined my life. And because we live in different states, we can only make videos while in school. And while in school we're busy. And that all leads up to not being able to make videos. So now we're doing easy stuff. And by that I mean just recording audio tapes.
Yep, I mean...
Tune in next week when we read an audiobook. We're going to be reading the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Don't forget, next week we will be reading Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Make sure you open your pages to page 36. That's when the introduction ends and we get into the nice thick of chapter 1. Man, I've never actually read that. Were you required to read that in school?
No, I wasn't. One of our friends has to read it for a class.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
I know, like, every school has their own, like, specific books they have to read due to their, like, curriculum and stuff. Luckily, I got out of that because I decided halfway through high school I'm just gonna, like, do college English because I didn't have to read. It was just writing.
See, I was one of the kids who never read a single book that they were given.
Same. I don't think I've actually read a book for, like, any school purpose after 5th grade. After 5th grade, I like use Spark Notes. I use any which way I could cheat to like write my book reports and stuff like that. But after 8th grade, I was just like, how about no?
Yeah, that's about how I was.
Literally, like the first book that I have probably fully read since like 5th grade was probably The Martian or Ready Player One, like just a couple of years ago because I knew the movies were coming out and I was just like, I should probably read those.
I think most recent, I say recent, my junior year of high school, the most recent book I like read all the way through was The Outsiders.
Was the entire Naruto Shippuden manga?
I wish. No,
I did a full book report over the entirety, 356 volumes of
me and
Nickelodeon.
We had very productive summers. I'd say.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I traveled and worked, and you
watch Naruto.
yeah, you fucking marathon that. Oh, dude, I can't be saying cuss words. We're gonna be caught by YouTube's ad bot.
Oh no.
Oh no, our ad bot's gonna catch us for swear words. We're not gonna make those pennies anymore.
Listen, I will kill you, ad bot. I will kill you.
Well, have you seen like the cool shit that people have been like testing out to see what the bot captures? Like they can get thumbnails and they can get titles, but now they've introduced a new one that actually scans audio for like words that sound like swear words.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that. I can't remember where I heard it from, but I remember hearing or seeing that, and it's just like, what if someone like says truck in a really weird way?
Well, no, and that's the whole problem, and that's why YouTube wants, like, if you get like an ad friendly video like listed, they want you to report it if you think it's wrong, because they want to make their system better. So it's like they put out this bot that barely works because they want people to send in stuff so it sort of works. It's really dumb. What I was going to say about the thumbnails is someone tested it out. They uploaded the same video 3 times. One just had a bunch of like text, like white text on a black thumbnail with a bunch of swears. Another one was a redneck holding a gun. And the third one was a puppy. Can you guess which one did not get blocked for ads?
The swear
You're
word.
right. No,
swear
it's the
word.
puppy. Yeah, crazy stuff's happening on YouTube right now. But
Yep.
I think it's like it's making it more and more unviable to like try and run a small channel.
I think
It's just so hard to grow nowadays. It's just you're sitting back looking at those pretty 20 to 30 views and you're just like, wow, I haven't grown in 2 years.
Yeah, the problem with that is that we're not playing Pixelmon.
You see, there was a brief moment in the CNT history where we decided to play a Pokemon Minecraft mod. Did you hear that got shut down?
Really?
Nintendo actually, or Game Freak, sent a DMCA notice to the Pixelmon creators, and they had to completely end the mod. Like, you can't even download it anymore unless you go through a torrent or mirror site.
Damn.
Yep.
But
it's crazy because that was in development for like, what, 4, 5 years before Nintendo even struck it?
Yeah.
Like, why would they allow them to go so far? Like, the models they made for the mod are just amazing. Why would Nintendo or Game Freak allow them to create this mod for like 5 years and then all of a sudden be like, hey, shut this down?
They might actually be trying. I really hope not, but Pokemon might actually be trying to collab with
Minecraft's
Minecraft.
on the Switch. Fucking Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Maps and fucking Pokemon skins for $12.99.
Man, I miss Minecraft.
You couldn't even get through that sentence without laughing. I mean, ever since I shut down Minecraft like 3 years ago, I've never looked back and I've never really cared. I can't even watch a video that like references Minecraft anymore because I just get this like really sour taste in my mouth.
See, I think.
Oh yeah, and plus all the cool kids are going to Roblox now.
I think what killed Minecraft was its fan base. I really don't think it was the game. Because I think the game to me is fun for a while. Of course it gets old because when you don't have a server or anything, you're just kind of wandering around building shit.
Yeah, that was the main thing. I always I tried to do single player stuff, but it just wasn't as fun as with friends. But I will agree, the community for Minecraft in the beginning was fine.
Yeah.
But then you got these weird factions based off YouTubers and stuff like that, and then they just spawned out of control, and then it kind of became like the YouTube comment section.
I think when a phase, an internet trend is going downhill is when they start making toys of it.
Well, Five Nights at Freddy's got making toys after the second one.
Do what?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's what I thought you
they
said.
got toys. Of course, Minecraft got toys. Actually, those are the only 2 big games I can think of.
Terraria got toys.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. I fucking forgot Terraria was a thing for a second until you jogged my memory, and then I was like, "There's a lot of Terraria rip-offs now that I think about it.
What Terraria rip-offs are there?
There's like one called, it's not Stardew Valley. That's a whole different thing. That's like a kind of Animal Crossing type deal. There was one that me, Mo, and my old pal Decker used to play. That was basically a space version of Terraria where you could go to planet to planet, and it was a lot of fun.
Let's see if the mic picks this up.
I don't think it did.
Damn
it might have got like, it might have just sounded like the fan in the background. In all honesty,
if you guys didn't hear that, that was a fart.
Yep, that's the kind of comedy Fisher's bringing to the podcast.
That's what was on the criteria in the job application for.
You know, actually, I do have a question for you. Would you say most of like the content that you watch nowadays is mostly like, it's like secondhand stuff? Like you put it on just to listen to it, and then you go do other things. Because I found myself I've actually evolved away from gaming content on YouTube and stuff like that, and I've actually been watching more live action stuff and more podcasts than anything. Because I like to like turn on something just to listen to tune out, to go work on something else. Like I'll be working on a project in like Photoshop or Premiere or something, and I'll just throw on my watch later playlist because I've saved all my videos throughout the day that I want to watch, or any podcast I want to watch.
That's about what I do, but mine normally consist of I've gotten real big into like video essays now. Like,
oh yeah,
it's about.
I mean, now that school
started.
started back, we've been researching a bunch of shit, and video essays are like the main way to get like.
It's not even like film ones though. I've been watching ones about like I was telling you, that one channel that does like talks about like businesses.
Oh yeah, no, I've watched those and stuff like that. Video essays are nice. They're really calming, and like just putting on a playlist of those. And in a sense, those are like podcast form, because yes, they have visuals and editing to them, but for the most part, most of the information that they come across is all auditorial. Yeah,
like I don't know, I really like video essays too, because it's just like they you don't have to look at them, and plus you kind of get a little knowledge. You kind of like learn some stuff.
You learn a little bit. But yeah, I'd say most of my YouTube stuff, my YouTube days, even though I still watch it like constantly, that's because I don't have TV, and like I can't put myself through a Netflix series. I don't know why. Like it has to be something that I'm really pumped for to be able to get through.
Can we finish what you're saying? But can we talk about how shitty Netflix has gotten?
We'll get there in a second. But like Hulu and HBO and stuff like that, like I have to have a specific series. I mean, even Mr. Robot. I love Mr. Robot, but like I missed out on season 2. Season 3 is coming up, so I was like, you know what? I need to watch season 2 so I'm caught up when season 3 comes out. I only got to the 3rd episode of season 2 before I got completely distracted by other stuff, and I've just left it in the dust. Like, our generation is so ADHD. I swear to God, we cannot focus on a single task for more than like an hour.
I mean, look at all the technology and stuff. Like, it's stuff that we have tons and tons of distractions.
It's just like there isn't like a place in this world where you can't look. Like, I don't know how to phrase this, but like the time that we live in, you almost aren't allowed to not be distracted in a sense. Like something's always happening.
There's always some sort of advertisement you're being made to look at.
Yep. Mr. Robot season 3. Sponsored, except not.
I wish.
But I mean, like I found myself, even though I watch YouTube constantly, like it's still my main form of entertainment. I don't pay for YouTube Red to watch the YouTube Red shows because I can't, like, long form media to me is like weird.
I'll be honest, the only decent looking like YouTube Red show is like Mind Filled. Is that what it's called? Whatever. Vsauce's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was interested in a few, but it's kind of like the same situation I've fallen into with like watching Netflix or Amazon Prime shows. It's just like I really want to watch them, I'm interested in it, but like I don't. If I'm gonna, I found this out. I'm okay with like binging a series or watching a movie or something like that. I have found that I can't, like, if I break up a series into parts, like only watch 3 episodes, I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've gotten to where like I like to watch a lot of short form shows. Mm-hmm. I say short form, just like a short series, because like I just can't sit down and watch like 7 seasons of a show. I think it's because how much I watched Naruto over the summer. It's killed me on watching long-running shows.
I can do... Okay, this is what I did for Game of Thrones when I first started it. Because I literally watched 5 seasons in maybe 3 days. Which, I don't know if you guys know this, but that's damn near impossible.
It's like... it's about like an hour an episode and 10 episodes a season. That's 50 hours.
Yeah. So 50 out of my 72 hours, I fucking watched 5 seasons of Game of Thrones. And basically what I did is I literally, whenever I got up in the morning, I started an episode and then I just watched the all day until I got to the point where I just couldn't sleep. Or like I couldn't stay awake.
That's what I did with Naruto this summer.
But the difference is you spent the entirety of your summer doing that, and I spent 3 days doing Game of Thrones catch up.
It's so long. That show is so fucking long.
But it's just like I usually broke it up via like seasons. Even though there's 5 seasons, 3 days, cut that in half. It's like 1.5 seasons per day. Like I would kind of stick to I think it wasn't 3 days. It was I did 2 seasons a day, and then finally on my 3rd day I only had season 5 left.
Yeah.
So I was doing 20 episodes a day, basically. That's
4 hours
20 hours. 4 hours of sleep, wake up, repeat. That was like not this last summer, but the summer before that. That's basically my entire summer, or the entire 3 days of like a single weekend was watching 5 seasons of Game of Thrones. So I can break up stuff by season, but like what's a good example? Well, Mr. Robot. I watched 3 episodes. I broke it up because I got distracted by some other show I wanted to watch, and then I haven't gone back to it. And I started that like a month ago.
Oh yeah, it has been a while. I forget how long we've been back. A little fun note. We're recording this podcast on 9/11.
Thanks for that. Was a good joke. That was
yeah. Come on, where's the laughs, guys? Come on.
Family friendly.
Family friendly.
It's a family picture. If you guys caught that reference,
I'm
good. Welcome to the club.
You
didn't catch that reference? Don't worry. It's a nostalgia critic reference.
Man,
the good old film critics.
Man, I really wish we could like have some stuff to say about some like big projects we're doing. But we're not.
We don't have jack shit. Like, yeah, literally, I mean, it's the beginning of the year. We're still like trying to get into grasp of like what we actually have to do this year.
Yeah,
we technically have one big project, but that won't come to fruition until the end of the year.
One big project. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but we got a lot of prepping for that.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, it's literally one of those things where it's just like, trust us when we say we're busy, because it's literally like, I mean, we have some fairly long days.
We have just about every night we have a 3-hour class from 6 to 9. Then that's normally what kills us.
Well, it wasn't even that. Like normally that was our recording time.
Yeah.
Like last year we had. Well, I personally had only one 6 to 9 class.
I only had one too. I had World Civ 1 last semester.
Yeah, so we like always planned to record at that 6 to 9 slot, and now we don't have that anymore because we have a 6 to 9 like every single night.
And like. Well, you have like 2 nights where you don't, but I still have 6 to 9.
No, I only have 1 night where I don't.
Oh yeah.
You got all of them. But then like we have it also sucks because our mornings are staggered. Like 2 mornings out of the week we have 8 a.m.s, and then the other 2 mornings out of the week we have 1 p.m.s. So like our sleep pattern gets fucked up like constantly throughout the week because we're having to juggle our morning classes, but then we always have a 6 to 9 at the end of the day.
So we're always just fucking tired, guys. That's what we're trying to say.
The only time we can record this quality content is late at night.
Yeah.
Past the quiet hours, we can't yell.
But
I wish we knew who lived above us. That way we could get like the A-OK to like scream sometimes.
Yeah.
But then again, with the content that we're going to be making, hopefully, if everything pans out, isn't gonna be the loudest of content in the world.
I really hope the stuff we make ends up just like what I hope we do for the channel or stuff like. I want this podcast to keep going. I don't want this to be something we do like 12 episodes of and then drop it off.
That's what I also noticed. Like we started back last November and we went all the way to December, and it was like maybe 20 episodes of each series that we started back with. Then when we came back from Christmas break, we were like, damn, we don't remember jack shit about what was happening in those games. Let's start new ones. And then the new ones we started only lasted 20 episodes. And then, like, we've been really consistent on how long our actual like time spans on videos are.
That's the one thing we've been consistent about.
Well, we haven't been consistent on how long our breaks are.
Yep.
That is true beans right there.
But we're gonna keep doing the movie talks. The movie talks is a series that we
I really enjoy it. I love just sitting down and watching a movie and just talking through it, especially if you've seen the movie and stuff like that. And I mean, that's also another form of content that I love to do. I love to just turn on a commentary track and watch a movie. I know it sounds kind of lonely that you're just sitting alone listening to people talking over to a movie that isn't even there.
Just like you, listener.
Just like you, listener. But it's like commentary tracks are really fun for me. Especially it's a nice way to wind down the evening and stuff like that, especially when we have night classes every night. It's just a good way to like sit back and relax for a bit and chill out. And then, of course, the podcast, it's literally, like, the basic form of this podcast is just going to be me and Fisher sitting down, not prepping anything except for the first base topic, which we only spoke about what happened to CNT for the first 6 minutes of this.
And now we've just been
rambling. So that's basically how this podcast is going to work. Like, with movie talks, we actually have a movie to kind of focus on and, like, comment about. But with the podcast, it's literally going to be like, we're going to start with the main topic, and it's just going to ramble on from there. Like, it's just going to deteriorate, or, no, it's going to grow like a snowball rolling down a mountain.
I don't know. I feel like the first one was pretty accurate. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have some guests on here.
Oh, yeah, but, just random friends from college.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's not like we know actually anybody.
Yeah. Let's fucking just invite all the big YouTubers onto a show. Like, hey guys, we started a podcast. You want to be our guest?
Let's get Jake Paul on the podcast.
Get Jake Paul on the fucking TECH&FISH podcast. Actually, I just remembered a topic that you brought up that we completely skimmed over.
Oh yeah, the Netflix thing.
Dude, you read my mind.
Yeah, no. Netflix has been getting like really shitty with their stuff. At least not even with like the content that they make, which I haven't seen too much of their Netflix original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, just like with what they're getting rid of, in like it just like their selection keeps
like
getting poorer and poorer. Well, I heard that they're taking off all the Disney.
Well, that is because it's not Netflix. It's
Disney doing that, but
because Disney wants to make their own streaming service, and they just announced a couple of days ago that they're going to take all the Marvel and Disney stuff with them. Yeah, or all the Marvel and Star Wars stuff with them.
Yeah,
and I mean, in all honesty, I kind of like, I understand the business reason for it, but I think it's honestly a very shitty move on Disney because, like,
people are already paying so much for like different streaming sites.
Well, yeah, I brought this up when we were talking about this the other day. It's just like streaming services were so good because they were a cheap way to get content. But now because you're having to pay for so many, it's getting to the point where your streaming service bill, it's the same as your cable bill, which is the whole reason why streaming came out in the first place, was to cut the cable. It was like their slogan back in the day. And now it's just like there's so many streaming services to pick from. It's just like, what parent is going to pay for this Disney streaming service for their kids when they could have just had Netflix and had it all on there? And I guess it's just one of those things with how much Netflix like pays out to each company depending on like what content's on there and stuff like that. But I will agree that Netflix has kind of like gone downhill with keeping content.
Yeah.
But they are making a lot of their own content. But
I feel like that's slowly what Netflix is becoming, is their own in-house, like...
Well, I honestly think that was their plan from the beginning.
Well, I don't know, because in the beginning they didn't even have the online streaming services. It was just where you ordered...
Well, that's because internet was shit. Like, it wasn't a viable enough option.
Yeah, but I think if we never had that streaming option, that it still would have always just been like renting movies or watching movies. I don't think they ever would have came out with their own Netflix original stuff before then.
Their evolution just made sense. Like, they started off with kind of a Blockbuster proposal. Instead of going to Blockbuster, order the movies and they'll come to you.
Yeah.
And then they took that a step further once the internet got fast enough, and they're like, why
order things?
Yeah, why order a DVD and wait a couple days for it to come to your house when you can get it right now via the internet? Like, I thought it was it's just a smart move business wise, and that's exactly why like Family Video and Blockbuster died, is because they didn't upgrade with the times and stuff like that. So in all honesty, I think Netflix made the decision to be an in-house production company once they made that switch from DVD rentals to online streaming. And I think online streaming was their base focus the entire time during their DVD rentals. Because they already had the site to rent DVDs, they just didn't have the bandwidth or the power to stream actual video from it. So I actually think that the main purpose Netflix even started with was where we are now.
Either way,
they had to get the business, and now they're giving us the product.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of their Netflix original stuff isn't that well done. Well, not that well done, because like it's all
give me examples.
Like, so many people had problems with like Iron Fist being just like boring.
Well,
and then like I haven't seen the Defenders, but I've heard a lot of complaints about that.
Well, I feel like that's also kind of the ties of them being stuck to the Marvel universe in a sense. And it also might have been due to conflicting views with Disney, of what Netflix wanted to do with the shows. Because I've noticed that with a lot of the Netflix originals that have ties to other companies and stuff like that, it has a completely different feel than most of the other Netflix originals that aren't tied to anything.
I will say, like, I completely forgot like Stranger Things is a Netflix original.
Yeah, I mean, like Netflix
they have some good stuff, but
Netflix
I just feel
produces a lot of awesome Netflix original content. I'd say their animation division's kind of lacking.
Yeah,
I mean, they have Voltron and stuff like that, but for the most part, I think they're actually fairly strong on their originals. Like, there's maybe like a bundle that's pretty bad.
I've heard like that new one, like just Disjointed. That one's like just like a very bad stoner comedy.
See, I've heard it's good from people. I've heard Atypical's really good. Like, I've heard as I said, it's literally a handful of Netflix stuff that's like, well, there's a handful of Netflix stuff that's really good, a handful of Netflix stuff that's 50-50, and then when you pull out your third hand, that's the stuff that's bad.
That's a fair, yeah, I'll say it, yeah, I'll agree to that.
So I don't think Netflix is going downhill in a sense, but they are going downhill in a sense, if you catch my drift.
I feel like, though, they're focusing more on the original stuff, and then that's making Hulu pick up all these other shows. I mean, like, hey, we have the selection that Netflix won't take.
It's like the fucking DVDs from Blockbuster that you saw when they first opened, when they were closing as well. It's just like they're trying to give them away and people just won't take it. That's how I saw that. Netflix is Blockbuster and fucking Hulu comes in and sees all these shitty DVDs that no one wants. Is just like, I want them all. How much? 50 cents. Damn, that's a steal.
What show was it? Like Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers, they took off Netflix completely.
Well, that, like, and then you also have to think is, like, it might not have been Netflix's choice. Like, you also have to put that into perspective. Like, this Disney thing, that's not Netflix's choice. Like, Netflix was fighting Disney to try to keep the Star Wars and Marvel stuff. It's just, like, a lot of the shows that get removed and stuff like that, it's just that their licenses run out or the companies just don't want to stream to their service anymore because they're building new fucking streaming services and stuff like that. So when you have a show like Bob's Burgers that's like streaming on like 4 different sites, I mean, it's a viable option from companies to like limit that down to maybe 2 or even 1. Like, it's literally just how the business is played, and currently Netflix is just not winning a lot of coin tosses.
I guess so. I'll still have Netflix though, so it's not like I'm
Like
gonna
that's
cancel
my big thing.
su-
It's just like, who cares? I mean, like, if you have the streaming services and stuff like that, and you can pay for them, you might as well get them because there's always going to be that one show that interests you.
What was the first show you remember binging on Netflix? Mine was Breaking Bad.
Well, let me go access my Netflix account. We'll go into my history. Let's go here.
Can you go back that far?
I don't fucking know. Probably.
He's
Not.
going in. He's hacking.
I'm hacking. I'm going in. Let's see here. Where's the fucking... I probably have to click here. Account? Is that how we do?
Maybe. Let's see.
Settings, language, viewing activity. Let's see what I've been watching. Oh, Friends. That's not me. Wet Hot American Summer. Let's go back a little bit. Here we are, 2016,
Yes,
15,
yes,
14.
Yes.
Monkey Bone.
What is Monkey Bone?
What do you mean, what is Monkey Bone? Monkey Bone is the best fucking movie starring Brandon Fraser you'll ever see.
Sad days.
Let's
Sad
see here.
days.
Let's get some details. It stars Brendan Fraser, Bridget Fonda, John Turturro. It's really bad. It's really bad.
It has
This movie is imaginative and goofy.
It has a 4 out of 5 stars. I like how you can't watch it anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh what? Damn. They actually took it off Netflix. Let's see. I watched a lot of Wilfred. Then I watched Soul Eater.
It's a good show.
I don't think I ever finished it. October Sky. What the fuck is a Chobits? What is that?
That's another anime.
Oh yeah, dude, man, this is bringing back some memories. Wow.
That was a lot of Bleach.
Dude, I told you straight up. I told you. I was just like, man, I was a Bleach kid. I wasn't a Naruto boy. Which that's like a sin to say in some places.
I don't know. It's all like those big.
Wow, when I originally started fucking Netflix, all I watched was anime.
I'm glad I wasn't the only the weeaboo or in high school.
What is
club.
Haven's Lost Property? Is this all anime? Was my first year of fucking... Holy shit. My first year of Netflix... Oh, wait, never mind. Hit Doctor Who. And here we are. There were some
Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Mans in there. Chuck. I mean, these are all great series. White Collar, great series. Royal Pains was kind of eh. I watched a fucking lot of it, though. That's for sure. Wait, I wonder if this was before they actually had, like, the fucking profiles. And this is everyone's.
It might be.
Because I don't remember watching this much Royal Pains. I'd never watched Fireflies.
I think this is when you started letting your...
Oh, here's all Death Note. Here's all Attack on Titan.
I don't want you to go through my history because it's just going to say Naruto.
Porn. Tons of porn. That's what's on my Netflix is tons of Netflix porn.
My favorite.
Your favorite?
My favorite Netflix.
Your favorite Netflix is Netflix porn?
Yes.
You know what my favorite thing is?
Scooby-Doo.
Well, no. Scooby-Doo porn. No, but it's like... Literally, you can rule... What is it? Rule 37?
Rule 34.
Rule 34. You can rule 34 anything, and it's the worst possible thing, like, imaginable. Like...
Yep. If you can think of it, there's
like
probably porn of it.
Yeah, if you have a fucking beloved childhood cartoon, book, character, anything imaginable.
My favorite, though...
If you can think of it, it probably has a Rule 34.
You know what my favorite is, though?
What?
Chalk Zone.
I remember being sent that and then reminded of that old Nickelodeon show. And then I was like, damn. Well, see, I wasn't a Nickelodeon kid. I think I've talked about this before in like gaming videos or stuff like that. But I wasn't a Nickelodeon kid. But I still remember a lot of cartoons from Nickelodeon, even though like I was never... I didn't watch Nickelodeon. I was a Cartoon Network kid. Like through and through. Disney Channel only because the TV that I used to have when I was little, and I've told you this story, I used to like take all my bedding
Yeah.
into my computer room because I didn't have a TV in my room. Because this was when I was like in elementary school and like the beginnings of middle school, when like all like the modern TV was the 11-inch fucking Sony Cube TVs, and we had one in our computer room, and I would make my bed in there and I would watch Disney Channel because the highest channel that TV would go to was Disney Channel. I couldn't get Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network, so I watched Disney Channel from like 9 p.m. till about 5 a.m. when I heard my mom's alarm go off. And then I would remake my bed and sleep for like 30 minutes before she came and woke me up.
See, I was always a mix between the three. I never like had one that was more specific. It was definitely more Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and less Disney. It started getting more Disney around middle school because, you know, everyone else was really into Disney.
Fucking Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
That's a good show.
No. Oh yeah, but there were several times. Like, this was after we got internet. Like, and the thing is, even though it says Bleach on my Netflix history in the very beginning, originally I found all the episodes on YouTube. Like, and that's what I did. Instead of watching Disney Channel, I would sit in the computer chair until 4 a.m. Watching Bleach.
Oh man, I remember those nights with Naruto as a kid.
Well, but it was like there were sometimes because it was completely dark.
Can you edit this? Can you like count how many times I say Naruto in the podcast?
Fuck no, I ain't taking that much time. No, but like watching stuff on my computer late at night because it was an old Windows XP like compact computer. It was god awful. That's why I started editing videos on After Effects on a fucking Windows XP computer with like 1 gigabyte of RAM and a 250 gigabyte hard drive. Like, god awful, god terrible, but damn could I watch YouTube on it, and I loved it.
Which came first, XP or Vista?
XP came first.
That's what I started editing on.
I had an XP laptop, and then I had the big computer, and what I would do is I would have Windows Media Player or Windows Movie Maker open on one, and After Effects open on the other. I would be editing effects via After Effects and rendering them because it took like 2 hours, and then on Windows Movie Maker I would be editing the rest of the stuff without the effects, so that once that's done I can move it over via flash drive onto the other computer because I couldn't do both at the same time. But what I was saying was sometimes late at night when I was about to like start watching something, I couldn't see the volume knob on the speaker. And I can't count how many times I turned it the wrong way. And as soon as I clicked play, the Bleach intro just blasted through the entire house.
I wish I knew the Bleach intros just so I could start yelling it, but I don't know.
There was like 17 of them. Just like Naruto, every like 3 episodes, there's a new fucking intro that you have to watch.
I think everyone's preference with the big animes, like, it's normally... I'd say there's 4 big ones everyone talks about, like, watching when they're little. It's like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, and One Piece.
Okay, I was wondering what your 4th one was, because I knew Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece.
Yeah.
I always completely forget that Dragon Ball is a thing.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of Dragon Ball, but I know, like, a ton of people were. I think it's all what you grew up with. Because, like, I never grew up with Bleach or the other 3.
I never grew up with... I tried to watch One Piece because it came on Adult Swim. That's what got me into Bleach, was watching Adult Swim.
Same with Naruto. Or Toonami got me into
Naruto.
Naruto.
Toonami got me into anime for the most part. But I remember I got through all of the original Naruto. When Shippuden started, I only got through about maybe, I guess, the first quarter of it.
Yeah.
Would be a good guesstimation for it before I quit that. And while I was watching Naruto, I was also watching Bleach at the same time. And I got all the way to like the current like Bleach episode at the time, which was like 350 something. And like I don't know what caught on to me about Bleach so much, but then I tried to watch One Piece, absolutely hated it. Never had any interest in Dragon Ball Z or anything like that.
I tried to watch Dragon Ball later on, and it was just like, oh, it's hard. It doesn't age well. It doesn't age well.
But it's one of those things. I think we've been talking about our weepness long enough now. I mean, I don't know about you, but like I still watch it from time to time.
I mean,
I know you still fucking watch it every single night before bed.
I've been I've been back on an anime binge. I rewatched Death Note to kind of get the
sour taste of the Netflix movie. Oh, here's a different. You know what? We're gonna say I really want to do a fucking commentary track over the Netflix Death Note. I'm sorry to say, but I think that would be the funniest shit.
See, he likes it and I don't.
Well, okay, I don't like it in the sense that I think it's a good Death Note movie. I just enjoy it as a movie.
See, I wish I could say that, but just like when
I have so many friends that like come out and be like, I understand he was trying to do his own vision, but like the anime was just so engraved in my mind and I loved it so much I couldn't see past it. And I guess that's the difference between like,
it's not even that, just like there are just some bad choices in the movie. Like
don't spoil it. We'll say it for a commentary track.
You'll find out then.
You'll find out maybe in a movie talk coming here in a couple weeks or something. I don't know. We got a bunch of movies planned.
We got a bunch of movies. Whatever happened to our list of movies? That
I threw it away when I moved out because it was only a single piece of paper with a bunch of movies on it.
Well, there's that.
And also, like, a lot of those movies were just like our favorite movies and not like really shitty movies. And I want to start watching like kind of actual terrible movies just so we can like make fun of it more.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Really shitty movies?
That's a great movie. Put that back.
Don't you love brown-haired Fred?
No, you want to know what I love in the sequel when he dresses up like a mannequin to run away from the ghost and he has a blonde wig on. That was pretty great.
You know what I think's pretty great?
That's
what we're fucking talking about because they can't see the DVD case.
Dude, I'm just giving them a little taste about what the next movie talk is. Is that gonna be our next movie talk?
Is it? I mean, it can be. Well,
we've kind of stated what movies we want to do for movie talk.
We have sort of a backlog too of.
Well, we do have 3 unreleased movie talks.
Yeah, I will probably release those before we start releasing new ones.
Well, no, that's the plan. But I'm just saying we have already a list of shit we want to watch.
Yeah, we have a pretty decent list of stuff.
Well, I mean, when we both moved back from college, we both brought back movies and shit that we wanted to see, and then of course Netflix has released new shit. Hulu's released new shit. Amazon released new shit. So we already have a giant like list of stuff that we want to watch, and then of course really bad movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tell me more.
Ooh, had a little cough there.
Had a little cough.
Oh man, I've been thinking.
What you been thinking, my dude?
What about those vlogs?
Fucking vlogs. Fucking live action content that everyone seems to like.
Yeah. We like don't worry guys, we like it too. It's just it takes longer to make those videos. We kind of have to plan out a day for that cuz like
it takes a lot longer to make that shit than you think it does. For the sole fact that we're just really fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's just like we get sidetracked easily. I don't know. We're bad. We're bad at this. So I'm sorry.
We're bad at keeping a schedule. Well, I think it's less of like we're bad at keeping our own personal schedules. Like we're pretty good at that. It's when our schedules combine and we have to do shit. That's when we really just everything messes up.
Because guess what? Our schedules don't match.
Yeah, our schedules are just like polar opposites and stuff like that. So it's always hard to just sit down and like do something. But I mean, hopefully with this type of content, with more audio-based content, podcast and movie talks, and then a vlog here or there.
Yeah, we'll still upload videos, and
well, it's also the thing like the schedule that I kind of want to do right now is Monday, podcast, Wednesday, live action video, vlog, cooking show, whatever we want to make. If we ever have just a random skit idea, Wednesdays are like live action day. Hump day is our live action day. And then Fridays are movie talk day because I think that's just a nice way to just round out into the weekend and just have like a movie day and stuff like that.
No, I get that. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like... Oh. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm down with making content. It's just we got to find the fucking time to make the content.
Well, we have long weekends, but it never works out in our favor.
Yeah.
Ever. God, I had a topic I wanted to talk about, but I've already lost it.
Well, let's talk about some toppings. What kind of toppings do you like on your food?
What type of food are we talking about?
I mean, I know you're gonna say ranch. Either way.
Well, I mean, ranch is more of a dipping sauce than more of a topping.
That's true. I mean, like, I just mean some of your favorite toppings in general. I like sprinkles, and I also like shredded cheese.
It depends on what it is. I guess the thing that I most often put on stuff is cheese, I guess. I don't fucking know.
What about, like, pizza toppings? We'll go with that.
Oh, pizza toppings. Anything and everything. As long as it makes a nice little flavor combo in my mouth, I'm good with it.
Oh, man. That pizza from Roma's the other day was really good. That one that you had.
Yeah, no. I mean, feta cheese is kind of my last choice when it comes to cheeses.
Oh, I love feta cheese. Feta cheese is so good.
But it's also one of those things where it's just like fucking... as long as it has a nice flavor combo, I'll do it. Like... I guess I'm weird. Like, I'm the bottomless pit. Like, I guess that's the best way to describe me when it comes to food. It's just like, as long as it makes a nice flavor combo, I'm good with it.
What was I gonna say? I hadn't. What was it? Shit.
Panic! Hit the red button! That was a bad sound. I'm sorry.
Look at that. Look at those waveforms right there.
I don't know what that means. Come on, think of what you were thinking of.
I know.
Retrace your steps. What were you doing previously? You were sitting in this chair. What was happening? You were listening to me talk. What was happening before that? You were thinking of the topic. What was the topic?
I just squeeze these headphones and it just makes you lay even louder. Oh, man.
Well, boys and girls, I think Fisher's brain dead.
Yeah, I'll remember on the next episode.
The next episode of the fucking podcast. The next episode is gonna be named whatever topic you couldn't remember this time. That's gonna be the topic. Probably not. We'll probably forget that this end bit ever even happened, and then the next episode will be called "We went to Kroger's" or something. Really dumb.
I really hope it's not that mundane, but.
No, we gotta get exciting titles.
Scissor kicks at Kroger.
I remember a topic that I wanted to bring up. It's just, I guess this will be a little business meeting at the end of this podcast. Are we doing this on SoundCloud?
I mean, I'd like to do. I mean, I don't mind doing it on SoundCloud. It's more. I don't really have a preference towards like if we.
I mean, we can do both YouTube and SoundCloud, but I'm just saying like link wise because I know unless you have YouTube Red, you can't like just shut off your phone and just listen to a podcast on the phone and stuff like that. So it's just like SoundCloud's a nice alternative and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, definitely then. Yes.
All right, cool. So I guess this. Make sure to tune in next week or whenever the next podcast episode's up, either on YouTube or on SoundCloud. Link will probably be in the description if I remember to make an account.
Also, I don't know. Shit, I'm going brain dead today. We gotta end this fast. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Hurry up, roll him. He's gotta go to the hospital, guys.
All right. Anyways, I'm Fish.
I'm Tech, and this has been in the minds of Tech and Fish.